All right, hi Ed. You ready?
All ready.
All right, we're starting with push-ups on the power plate. We set it for 30 seconds and go. So for those of you who may not have seen this before, this is called the power plate, and it's really whole body vibration. And he's doing push-ups on it while actually that deck is vibrating, which causes more muscle contraction, or works on that muscle contraction better, works on circulation, also works on bone density. You see his hips nice and straight, so he's going to pump out 30 seconds worth of push-ups, and then we're moving on to a hamstring exercise, and you can see the physioball in the background there. That's what we're going to go for next. All right, so on your back on the floor, legs up on that physioball. So this is a great hamstring exercise and good core stabilizer so he doesn't fall off the ball side to side. Move it a little closer to you, but straighten your legs so your calves are like touching it. Good. Now lift your hips in the air. Roll that ball in, push your hips really high now, and then roll it out slowly. Great. So this is a good hamstring exercise because you're working on hip extension and knee flexion at the same time. Most people just kind of do leg curls, which works on knee flexion. This one actually also incorporates some things like if you were going to do stiff-legged deadlifts, or they're called RDLs, because it also gets that hip extension involved. So let's go for 10 of these, Ed. Now, he's doing a little more advanced technique on this. For a beginner, usually just kind of roll it in and roll it out and just keep your hips off the ground. But you see Ed, who does actually a glute bridge, after he rolls it in, hips go nice and high, and then he rolls it back out. So that'll engage a lot more hamstring. So if you're a beginner, just do the first part. This one's going to hit the hammies a lot more. Third exercise we're going to go into is a good linear abdominal exercise, and it's going to be this yellow med ball, which you see which is called a dead ball, and it's a 20-pounder. All right, Ed, come on up. Let's go for 10 slams, and since even though it doesn't bounce, he's going to have to use a lot more force to get it to bounce enough that he can catch it on the bounce, which will not only work his abs, but you'll see he'll end up in a squat position to catch it. So he's got to get nice and low. Good. 2. Good. 4. Also works the lats. Actually, a great way to get abs through movement rather than doing crunches on the floor, which is also going to get his heart rate up because he's using a lot more muscle than just his abs. Good. Drop that. Let's do that dot drill for 30 seconds. Ready? Go. Good. So this is a real good tester if you're using a client for the first time that obviously doesn't have any lower body injuries, but it's a way to measure how many times his feet strike that center dot forward and back for a certain amount of time. In this case, we're going for 30 seconds, which will be plenty to get his heart rate going after those last 3 exercises that preceded it. Almost there, Ed. All right, and stop. Great job.